This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
And welcome back, everybody. Every time we get together with her, there's insight, there's connection, there's understanding. All comes in a beautiful way. And we kind of wing it. Whatever comes up, comes up. We like to say the universe tells us what to talk about. Today, we're going to be a little more intentional and dig into some of her books, or all of them that have a lot of insight. She is a healer, a holistic healer, if you will, spiritual teacher, guide, and author of some great books. And she is the woman behind Heart and Soul Holistic Healing Center. Barbara Ann Strassman, back on the program with us. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Steve. I'm really happy to be back with you. And I love our connections.
Likewise. It's as soon as I see you on the screen with your energy and aura, and then now we add to it whatever you got going on in the background there with the light coming through and the plants and everything. It's just very positive, just a great vibe. Which book do you want to start with today?
I'd love to start with my meditation book called The I Am, if I may show it here.
Sure.
I Am Daily Attunement. And the reason I want to start there is because there's been so much on the news about the great peaceful walk, the meditation walk that the monks are doing. And people are drawn to this. They're walking in silence, no matter what the weather, and it's just silence. So I keep on getting the chills already. It taps in with our conversation last week about peace and how do we find it. When I was writing the I Am meditation book, it came as a message when I was in India the last day that I was to write a book about how to connect, how to really drop in and meditate. And honestly, I'm writing this book and I'm like, every day I'm like, really? This is so simple. People already know this. This is so basic. And I was struggling because I'm writing this and I'm questioning the whole time. But, do you remember the phrase, keep it simple, stupid?
KISS.
Yes.
Keep it simple, stupid.
That's the point. It is simple, just like the silence and the monks. But it's in that silence. It's in that letting go without trying, without being stuck in our heads, when we drop inside. And so what happened in India is they would kind of laugh at me, and it's a long story, but nobody thought I really fit in. But when we would go into the sacred temples, I could just drop in. I would be in that other zone. I would be centered. I'd be in peace. I'd be fully connected. And so the leader that in the last day, he's like, you need to teach people how to do this. So my I Am meditation book is 6 levels of meditation. There's videos to go with it. There's journal pages. There are prompts on the journal pages to connect you with what your body is feeling, sensations, checking into your emotions, and really reconnecting you to yourself and to your breath and ultimately to your I Am, which you happened to mention this morning.
Which I want to get to. I want to get to the I Am in a moment, but I want to address the meditation thing because
yes,
I don't know, 6-7 years ago, I started meditating or attempting to. I would go in the back room. I had a sunroom. I'd be quiet. I'd be sitting there. I maybe have a nap and try to do it. And I just really couldn't calm it down. And then I spoke with somebody who learned to meditate by spending time with what you say, some monks. And I would ask him, so tell me, how long does it take to, I didn't even finish my sentence. And he would say, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So you're meditating and you're where you want to be in 5. Yep. 5 seconds. That's it. And I'm like, oh, wow, that is beautiful. So fast forward a number of years and I'm there and I've gotten to the point where my best meditations, if you will, are not the ones where I'm laying in bed and just thinking or clearing my mind, which are fine. It's I am fully present. In fact, right now, I could get out of here in a second by being here. I could just stare at a thumbtack on the wall, a light, an LED light on a piece of equipment, and just be there. And then, kind of zone out. It's the weirdest thing. And I've even been in meetings and had epiphanies where, I guess the best description is zoned out, and in a respectful way. I wasn't needed at that time, and people are, talking about different things and insightful, but I'd be staring and I was like, either I get an idea or something connects with my past. I'll be honest with you, always am. I had a clarity on my father from decades ago, and staring. It's amazing. Once I've been at, this is weird, and a final thought on this, but I'm trying to help others. I've even been at the gym, and I remember doing extensions. So you're just kind of bending forward and back up again, bending forward and back up again. Very simple, sometimes hold a weight, and it's very strengthening your back. And I remember staring at a bolt on a piece of equipment in front of me, and instantly I felt like I was looking at myself down, like I'm flying above myself as I'm doing the extensions. It's freaky. I didn't even know I was doing them. I'm like, wow, there's no effort here. I could keep going for an hour. It's like the weirdest thing, but the beauty of meditation. And then of course, other times the silence. Has that ever happened to you? Any of the things I'm describing?
Oh God, yes. And what I'd like people to understand, which is what I think you're saying, is that it can really be easy.
It can be easy.
And all meditation is focus, it's concentration. So whether it's the bolt or whether it's a flame or the breath, it's getting out of the mind and just focusing on something else. But when we're not trying, that's when I find it's the easiest. So you might be washing the dishes, or like the monks, you're just walking.
Yeah.
But you're attuned to something. And runners and people exercising, right? It takes you into a different zone. So like when you were mentioning those meetings, we often say, oh, I was zoned out, but I think you're zoned in, right? Because when we clear the clutter from our mind, we're actually connecting in to all those wavelengths, all those vibrations. It's like your radio show, right? What am I connecting into? What's the information? But it's just about focusing on something else. And we happen to use the equal breath because it clears the mind. And then all the daily stuff goes away. So you've done a really good job of that. And like you say, you can be here doing the radio show, but when you're at peace and when you have found that center, it doesn't matter. You can just step up and have an experience. A lot of my experiences come, just the everyday waking. And then a vision can literally come, or a message comes in because I'm just attuned. I've cleared that field, so to speak. I've let go of the extraneous information and I focused.
Yep.
So you're a beautiful example. And I got a message years ago, I have to tell you, in an airport. I used to go work in Pennsylvania. I go for a week at a time. And I was in the airport and all I heard was, just tell them, breathe, raise your arms, and exhale. It's that easy.
Mm-hmm.
So once you do my process, you can get to that point that in a moment, all you have to do is breathe. You don't even have to raise your arms, but you're literally connecting with your fingers. You're bringing down the zones of energy, if you will. You're an antenna. It's like saying, okay, here, universe, here I am, and come in. But that's the message I got. And I used to get messages all the time in a busy airport.
It's amazing how it works. I didn't have your books or insight back then, and I probably could have fast tracked it instead of years trying to figure this out, be there. But answers come through. Clarity comes through. It's kind of interesting and profound. And does this happen to you? you get to a point where you crave it. Like I'm, it's been a busy week, got some stuff going on, trying to different things I'm working with. And it's like, I need a quiet night so I can just reflect and just, yeah. It's almost like, cravings, food, craving dessert. Sometimes we, have sweet cravings. It's like, yeah, oh, that's what's missing. Yeah. You know what's missing? Me.
Right. Because it fills you. When you reconnect to you, you're being filled.
Yeah.
You're literally reconnecting to the other aspects of yourself. And it's in that quiet. You do hear the messages, but for me, it's definitely a craving, because I'll say, talking to myself is like, okay, I haven't had any messages in a while. What's going on? How come I don't have, and I am craving those messages. And I'll pick up my journal, I'll sit down and start to meditate. And then if I do open the journal, I realize, oh, it's only been a few days. But I feel like it's been months and I haven't had a message. So I got a message one day about that. And the message was, and I believe this now, I've been getting so-called messages, or I've been connected my whole life. I don't even realize that that's what other people consider to be messages or intuition or guidance, because I've always had it. It was just normal for me. I'd have prophetic dreams. I'd know stuff ahead of time. Well, I just thought everybody did.
Wow.
Right?
I use it for answers. Like literally this morning, have a new business idea, started fleshing it out. First thing, like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm trying to think of some direction, and that's what I'm going to do later. I'm going to ask for the answer and just wait for it, wait for it to show up. But to do that, you got to clear all the other stuff out of there to get that answer.
And not to be thinking about what you think it's going to be. And I already know what it's going to be. I got that message for you a few weeks ago, but I haven't told you. I've already seen what I believe is coming. But again, I don't try to connect in with you, not even before a show. But when it's just like when it's the right time, we get it. We get the answer. But then I also wait to know whether or not I'm supposed to share it with somebody. So I just invite you. You can put out, okay, universe, this is what I think, but then you got to let it go. So in the meditation too, is in the book, you've got journal pages and prompts to connect you in with sensations and body, to allow us to feel, to connect in with the emotions. And when we do that, we're pulling off the layers, those outer layers, so we can find out what the answer is inside. And that's what you're saying. You're going inside, but we have to let go of this. Let go of the mind and just say, okay, show me, universe. But you can say, this is what I think, but please guide me, show me. And then some of my classes are about those signs and messages, how to work with them. That's a really big class I do every year.
A couple of thoughts there where you might have a thought. Like I know personally, I have a vision and it's screaming at me. I got to get it done. I know what it is. Very similar to what we're doing right here. I know what it is, and it's for good, the good of others. But we get caught up in the, well, how am I going to get there? It's how? I don't even, the mountain, right?
Right.
Is it what we're talking about? Is it a form of manifestation where you got it and just don't worry about the minutia, don't worry about the steps getting there, just release it, throw it out there. We may think we have the idea, the perfect solution, whatever it might be. The universe knows the best, so it may wake you up and say, no, go this way. That's not the right way to go.
Ooh, exactly. So my second book, and again, I didn't realize The Way of God's Love. I didn't realize when I was writing it. It's really taking people on that journey, showing them how I had to learn, the mistakes I made, where universe led me. But that's it. We have to let go and follow those messages, follow those signs. Like you have a general idea, but what gets presented to you during the day, those aha moments in a meeting or whatever, what maybe gets presented to you? And what I have found, I need to act on them immediately. Like you said, it's screaming at you. So when an idea comes in, I have to act on it. When I have an experience, I have to act on it, because in that moment, higher self, universe, whatever is saying, okay, let's go. This is it. And not everybody has that attunement to be able to follow those signs, to interpret them. But that's what I help people do, is to listen to that guidance. Does that answer your question?
What word just popped in my mind? Attunement, which is
right.
And it's basically like a radio signal where it's like locked in. I've attuned into it. The daily attunement. Yeah,
daily attunement. That's it.
The messages are all there. All the info you need is all floating around you, but we can't hear it because we're not tuned to that station. Because we're tuned to the job station, the family station. We're tuned to let me play on my phone for 6 hours watching reels and videos and blah blah blah, blah all that. Right. We need to listen to this particular station because it's the answer, or could be the answer you're looking for. I am. What is what? How do you describe what the I am is?
Number one, the I am. I am is the name of God. It is what, in my world, we call the higher consciousness, the collective consciousness, the term Christ consciousness. And it's not about Jesus, but Christ consciousness is the consciousness of the divine human, if you will, that being who represents the qualities that we would associate with God, which what the monks show, okay, or other spiritual beings that people look up to in different traditions. So the I am is that vibration. It's those qualities, but it is the name of God. So anytime we say I am and we fill in the blank, the key is we're speaking as the God within us. So it's a positive statement. It's present tense, but it's about that connection, that attunement to the collective consciousness. And when you mentioned the radio, that's what I was going to say to you last time and this time, right? It's those radio waves. So you've been tuned in different ways for a long time, and there's no mistake about it. But that's what we're talking about. It's tuning into that I am consciousness. And you can say God, universe, source. What does the universe want us to do? What are we here for? So you're tapping in to that information. And it's there. It's streaming down through us when we're focused and clear. So I am is your greater self. And that's what I guide you through. And one of the reasons, again, for the book was because so many people meditate, but they don't actually ground in and they don't actually connect to the I am. They can clear the mind, but they're not actually connecting, because I believe we're a vessel.
It's funny.
We're the mediator, right? Between heaven and earth. We're the mediator, if you will. Why are we here?
What you're saying is, and it came a little clear for me when talking about the universe. What is the universe? I feel the universe supports us. It wants the best for us, whatever it is. Yeah. But then somebody said, we are the universe. The universe comes from within.
Yes.
We create the universe.
So why do you think it comes from within?
I'm not sure how to answer that.
Okay. So a lot of people are now studying, the holographic universe theory, the string theories. If we're made in the image of God, if I am the divine child, so to speak, those energies are within us. Those archetypal energies, all the aspects are within us. And so they say that the universe is within us and we're within the universe because we're all living beings. We're all energy. So we're part of it and it has to be part of us. So you can get really esoteric about it or scientific about it. I love reading about the holographic universe because I'm like, oh my God, it's tying in with my spiritual beliefs that the energies are within us. So when you're listening and getting those messages, Steve, it's the universe, but it's your I am presence.
Well,
It's
yes.
your soul.
In my personal journey, the very first thing that I internalized, wrote it on my phone, will never forget it. Everything you need is within you now.
Yes.
It's all there. Everything. Like we reach out. I need this. I'm going to buy that. That person over there. You know, the things that don't really truly support you and what your purpose and passion are. We think they do. We're reaching out for it. It starts from within. You got it. You got everything you need. You need an answer. You already know the answer.
Exactly. And that's why it's so simple. And meditation is so simple and it takes us there. The monks just walking. So walking meditation. And the fact that people are fascinated because they want to get there and they want to get back to the kindness. They want to get back to the quiet, if you will, right? We don't need to be buying everything. We don't need to be running around doing things. We need to come back in.
It's amazing when you start having that realization, because many of us look for the Band-Aid. You know, let me do this, let me do that, let me buy this, let me. You don't really need it if you're fully connected, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, having a nice pair of shoes, a nice car, whatever. That's okay. That's fine. You deserve it. In my gratitude journal, which I used to write in a notebook. Then I found this journal online. It's a knockoff of a more expensive one. I'm not kidding. $8, I mean, like a year. A lot of pages in there. And one of the daily fields in there is your I am. And I wonder, is it okay if your I am changes on a daily basis based on the way you're feeling at that moment?
What do you mean that it changes?
You
mean the message that you're getting?
Well, yes. What are you feeling? You know, fill in the blank. I am, give me 3. So at that moment, what are you feeling is your I am? Or should your I am be maybe based on your values and things like that? And it's kind of always going to be, pretty, lack of a better description, the same standard, whatever.
Well, so it's a vibratory essence. Everything's an energy. So energy is always in motion. It's always changing. So I don't know if this is correct, but like if we take a picture of your aura, it can look one way in this moment, and a couple hours later, it can be different.
That's what I'm thinking.
So it's just how you perceive in that moment your connection with your I am. And a lot of times, like for me, it's an really a feeling, quite an intense feeling for me a lot of times. That's when I know I'm really connected. It just envelops me, if you will. It's like a hug from the universe, an embrace that literally brings tears. I don't know if you've ever felt that.
Mm-hmm.
You have.
I could talk for hours with you because now you bring up the hug, and I've heard that we should do this. We should hug ourselves.
Yeah.
We've never even talked about here how this is impactful. Even just a couple of seconds of embracing yourself.
Right. And again, it's the energy. So if we're bringing the energy down through our fingers, our fingertips, it's like 10 zones. and then you've got your crown and you got your feet. So there's the 12. Somebody could say the 12 disciples, whatever. But you're pulling that energy in and you are embracing. So, ask somebody, what does a hug from God feel like? I mean, I can tell, it's in my book, it's in my second book. There are moments beyond. That's all I can tell you. If you would ever ask me, I couldn't have imagined them. There are moments when I saw literally the soul of my loved one, my partner, JC, I call him in the book. There are moments where I literally felt God putting hands on my face. There we go.
Your partner, JC?
Yes. Yeah. So in the book, he's JC. That's his name in the book.
And who are you referring to? Somebody, an actual partner, or?
Yes, actual partner.
Like a real person.
Oh yeah.
Because you said JC.
You got to read my book. Well, his initials were JC.
Well, what do you think's coming up in my head right now?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Right.
And what does he represent? So you got to read the book because it's like, oh my God! But he was a gift, if you will, from the universe.
So this is a real person with the initials JC.
Yes.
We're going to press the pause button there. This is like so wonderful. My
life is wild. It is. That's the magic. So next time, let's talk about the magic in the book, because you can't, and you already know it, but we want people to know you can't make up this magic. And when you live attuned, as you were doing, right? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it exciting?
It's love.
Yes.
That's really what it is. And interesting.
Yes.
I was wrestling with making a decision for later of something I was going to do, with somebody, a plan, whatever. I got the answer just now. Yes. What I should do. I'm not even kidding. And it's like I was on the fence. I don't know. This is, and I don't really like this idea. Really supports doing blah blah blah. Like it's almost as if it's like I got pushed over to the other side. Here's your answer. There you go.
Right.
And it came amazing.
Yeah. So you want to just feel it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just feel it, and the answer will come.
But you know what? A lot of times you know the answer, but then this thing called logic in your brain gets in the way, and it's just get out of my way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. And that's what the equal breath in my book takes away. It's Dr. Herbert Benson's equal breath, the 4-part breath, the box breath. It literally interrupts the stress patterns.
Even counting, like you have a thought or your challenge. I forget what it's called, but even counting back 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a refocus, shaking the energy. Heart.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Heart and soulholistic.com, correct?
Yes, correct.
And all the details on the book there. I'm telling the powers that be that we need an hour.
Okay, because I already sent you that message energetically a week ago. And there's other ideas I've sent you, and I can't wait to find out. So clearly you got that message, because we do need an hour, and there's other things we need to do together. I'm waiting for you to get the message.
We're way over time. I'm running late.
Okay.
They're going to scream, but you keep saying the message. Did I ever mention that song from the 70s, Part of the Plan?
Yes.
Some kind of message comes through. And it says to you, that's what's coming up right now. Thank you for today. So much insight here for everyone. Just listen. Just listen. Listen to your heart.
Yes. Listen to your heart. You got it.
Yep. We'll talk soon.
Discover your inner light through heart-centered healing. I offer transformative therapies such as reflexology, craniosacromyofascial, somato-emotional release work, and my signature healing therapy called Divine Matrix Soul Healing. Each session is sacred, it's personal, and is truly unique. So I'm Barbara Ann Strassman.
Please find me at heartandsoulholistic.com when you are ready to transform. And together, we will help you to shine your light. Thank you.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.